songs are written for strangers and friends. It's on DCTV430. Real talk and grit. Say all the smartest trends. It's on DCTV430. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Just need to tune in. DCTV430. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Just need to tune in. It's on DCTV430.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode 9, Viewer's Choice, here at DCTV430. Truths, let me see, my script, I'm all over the place. I want to welcome you to another episode, 4 Women, 30 Minutes. Tonight we are letting our hair down and letting you, the viewers, lead our discussion. So don't be bashful, don't be shy. Please let us know tonight what's on your mind. What burning questions do you have for us to ask, okay? So I'm going to start with no further ado. Why don't we go right on to Valerie? Valerie, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yes, well, I am Valerie Lewis, and I am a Georgia educator, also known as the Disruptor, originally from Miami, Florida, and I'm known to teach it real, and that's exactly what I plan on doing tonight. I want to keep it real, so bring those questions.
I'm Christy Kate, all the way from Paris, Tennessee to Abilene, Texas, where a little Southern charm usually meets the wide open spaces. But guys, we are paddling some boats these days. We've got lots of rain coming down in Texas. I'm a digital innovation consultant working with 42 school districts.
Well, I am Heidi, and I am from Las Vegas. I grew up in northern Nevada near Lake Tahoe. I currently teach in the 5th largest school district. This Ginger Snaps is on fire, and what happens in Sin City stays in Sin City. Dr. D?
And I am Dr. Dorian Lee Roberts. I am a mother, spouse. I am also an educator for the Detroit Public School District. And if you follow us on Twitter right now, there are a whole bunch of government officials voting on whether or not educators should be paid their worth for all that they do in the classroom right now, this very moment. Yep, check it out. And I am also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Congratulations, Dr. D.
Thank you. It's a labor of love. Justin, I'm quite sure you got a kick out of that last frame. All right, you guys, let's continue on. What do we have on the menu for tonight?
So I'm going to snap the reins from you, Dr. D. So tonight we are, like you mentioned earlier, it is viewer's choice. And so it is where our audience gets to ask us certain questions. So while they are thinking about what they would like to ask us, I've got a little activity for the 4 of us. Now, as the audience brainstorm, I'm going to start us off with 2 truths and a lie. And ladies, you're going to join me in this game whether you want to or not. How does this work? In case you're unfamiliar, each of us hosts will tell 2 truths and 1 lie about ourselves, and you, that's right, you, even you, way back there in the corner, you will have to determine what bit of information is the lie. So I'll get us started. My parents are of Haitian descent. I never wanted to become a teacher, ever, ever, ever. And then the final thing, I've got 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Hmm.
That's some good stuff there.
So keep
Let
that
me
down.
think.
Write it down if you must. I don't know if you want to just probably check mark which one you think might be a lie, but I'm going to toss it over to Christy Kate and then we'll circle back around.
All right. 2 truths and a lie. Growing up in Tennessee farmland and helping out with the crops, I actually got my pilot's license before I ever got my driver's license. Number 2, let's see. This week on Snapchat, a lens came across of the blonde bombshell, and I'm here to tell you that thing has nothing over on me because I have been known to accompany the arm of an Elvis impersonator as a Marilyn Monroe impersonator.
Oh.
And the last one. Once, due to a case of mistaken identity, I was tailed by the Russian mafia for 48 hours.
Did any of them have their shirts off, Christy Kate?
Well, she can't
We
tell
shall
us.
see.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Dorian, what are your 2 truths and a lie?
I used to be sports writer for the NBA. Yeah. Yesterday I just had lunch with Allen Iverson, and Kevin married me for my money.
Wow, those are some tough ones to follow, ladies. Heidi, what you got? I don't know. I was on the high school ski team. My cousin won a silver medal in the BMX X Games. And for fun, I love to go out riding on my motorcycle. Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. I've been watching a lot of people in the sidelines.
Yeah.
And Valerie, let's lead us off.
Well, is there anybody in the comments that might have guessed my lie? Let's see. Are my parents from Haitian descent? That is correct. And I noticed that Sarah said that is a truth. The second truth is I do have 2 sisters and 2 brothers. They're on my dad's side. So lie would be that there was never a time that I never, ever, ever wanted to become a teacher. I always wanted to do that from day one.
Woohoo!
Whoop, whoop. Gives Valerie some props. Being a teacher, always wanted to be. All right. So my 3 were pilot's license before driver's license, Marilyn Monroe impersonator, and tailed by the Russian mafia. The lie, I do not have a pilot's license.
What?
Marilyn Monroe is true. Yes. In fact, here is my headshots that people get when I impersonate Marilyn Monroe and sign them and all that great stuff.
Love it. Love it,
And-
Kate.
Yes, I actually was at 21 years old in Russia and visiting, and I was mistaken and tailed by the mafia and had to deal with authorities, and it was crazy.
Wow.
I was a young kid, crazy, going, what in the world is happening to me? So,
Wow.
There you
Wow.
go. Thought I was trying to rob them blind. All right, Dr. D.
Okay, what I tell y'all people? Okay.
You're an NBA writer.
I had to write my stuff down, you know. Okay, did I say something about me being gorgeous? Did I say-
Yes, and that is the truth.
Yes, darling, yes, I'm gorgeous, yes.
You don't even have to say that.
So I think I put about me having lunch with Allen Iverson yesterday. That was true.
Oh, you lucky girl.
Always, especially when he picks up the check.
He better pick
He
up the check.
better, right.
Well, you know, the way his checking account is set up. I used to be a sports writer for the NBA.
That is true.
True. Kevin married me for my money. Now, let me say this, because Cynthia, where's Cynthia at over on the side? She was like, that's a lie. It depends. It depends. It depends. It depends on what career I had when I married him. Sarah has been here to visit with me, and she can honestly tell you he's nothing but just money, 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 and our luxurious home that's 24 stories, you know. I made all of that happen. So I told you all truths. No, the married for money part was a lie.
Oh, wow.
Right.
All right, Heidi, you're up.
Okie dokie. I said on a high school ski team, my cousin won silver in the BMX X Games, or I enjoy riding motorcycles for fun on my free time. So, I was on the high school ski team. We had that since I grew up near Lake Tahoe. Last summer, my cousin did win the silver medal in Austin, Texas. I was there to cheer him on, so that was amazing. So my lie is I don't own my own motorcycle yet.
Ah.
Yes. All right, that's awesome. Well, I'm going to kick Valerie out, and Heidi's going to introduce the next section. She'll be back soon.
Well, I'm a little nervous, ladies. Just a tad nervous. But we have some unwanted, just kidding, we love you all. Some wanted guests that want to come join and ask us some heated questions. So, we are really excited because Shelly's going to be our first guest that's going to come on and ask us ladies some questions. So I'm going to read.
And if Shelly can't call in, looks like Jorge with the next one. So if Jorge can call in first, then that's okay. Shelly, yes, if you can hit the call in button there.
Ooh, Sarah got one too. Oh,
Oh no, I'm getting nervous.
I forgot to take my anxiety pill.
No anxiety here, people. Bring it on.
Whoever wants to call in first, we don't care. Hit the call in button.
Would y'all please hit the call in button?
We're waiting.
Oh. Whoa. Look at that.
Okay, there goes Shelly.
Okay, I'm accepting Shelly for us.
Here we go.
Oh, Shelly Belly, come on down. You are in the hot seat. Woo, woo, woo.
We have a new special co-hosting moment happening. Come on in, Shelly Stout.
Shelly Belly, V5 for Shelly. Shelly.
I see her. She's blinking. She's blinking. Don't worry, Jorge. We'll get to you. I'm not gonna throw you out yet.
Okay.
Shelly dropped.
So, wait a minute. So Jorge is next. Come on in, Jorge.
I know it's raining where Shelly's at, so maybe.
Hey, Jorge.
Oh, no, right.
Oh, wait a minute. Get my hair together. Oh.
Yeah, me too.
All right. And Jorge, tell everybody that's watching where you're coming to us from.
I'm in Houston, Texas, and it's raining and raining and raining and raining.
Yep, I can boat down to see you.
Oh, it's crazy. It hasn't stopped. It's crazy.
I'm about 6 hours north of him, but I can get there in my boat. Can't drive there, but I can get in the boat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll water ski behind you.
All right, Jorge, we're ready. We are ready.
Okay, so my question is about the origin story of DC430. So how did you ladies come about coming together and doing the show?
You want me to take that one?
Dr. Dorian needs to take off with this one.
Okay. As far as I can recall, I'm sorry, I was reading the sideline. Okay, basically, it started with a kind of like with an idea that Tammy had. Tammy had an idea. What is Tammy's last name? I'm drawing a blank.
Neil.
Tammy Neal had an idea. The idea was between Tammy and I. Tammy was like, why don't we have a show on Google Hangouts or on Blab? We decided, hey, it would be much more interesting if we had two crazy wild women with us. And from there, we picked Christy Kate and we picked Valerie. From there, unfortunately, Tammy wasn't able to commit to the rest of the season. So what we decided from there, we unanimously picked Heidi. We've worked on a lot of projects with Heidi. And it was basically 44 women, 30 minutes. And we just talk about current events, what's going on in education, what's going on personally, and just really try to make it fascinating for our viewers. And you guys, we're happy that you empower us, you encourage us, and you're here every other Thursday.
And I can tell you that that moment of what to call the show, that DCTV430 thing, it just at the time when it first started and Tammy was a part of it, Dorian, Christy, Tammy, and Valerie, but it was kind of funny to say DCTV because of the platform we were using. 4 women, 30 minutes, but we were not from Washington. And when Tammy could no longer participate and we brought crazy old Heidi on, we loved bringing that on, and we represented 4 different parts of the country, Michigan, Nevada, Texas, and Georgia. That the thing that tied us together, and Valerie jumped right in there and said, we are digitally connected through voice, DCTV, because, hey, none of us have ever met in real life. So we're going to kick Dorian out.
Wait a minute. I will remove myself.
Okay.
I don't take kindly to being kicked out. One moment, please. These people think they wrong.
But you see how quick she was to boot me out the seat, though.
Bye, Dorian. Okay, so who's calling in now? Let's see our callers. Looks like we've got Sarah coming in first. So I'm going to bring Sarah Thomas in. Sarah, the teacher.
Sarah, the teacher.
And I'll just say, if it wasn't for Sarah and EduMatch and starting that platform, the digitally connected through voice thing wouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
So, we're really thankful for Sarah. Sarah is,
and it seems as though Shelly, it looks like in the comments that Shelly had probably the same question that Jorge asked. She says it's storming really bad where she was, so that might have delayed her being able to get in.
Well, she
but
asked.
I'm hoping she answered your question, Shelly.
No, she asked her question off to the side, and I just lost it. She wanted to know what we do to prepare before the show. So, while Sarah's trying to call in, I'll go ahead and I'll answer the preparation I do before the show. Feel free to laugh because it's quite entertaining. So, I understand you guys can't see me.
I see
physically next to me. You can't smell me. You can't see my teeth too well or my breath. But I have a thing where I have to reapply deodorant before the show. I have to spray either perfume or body spray before, and I always have to brush my teeth. Those are my 3 things I have to do. And sometimes maybe just, add a little more makeup if it's worn off throughout the day. But those 3 things I have to do: refresh myself, deodorant,
brush my teeth, and spray myself. Okay, now see, I just need to tell you, technology has come a long way. And I can touch my screen, but I cannot smell you through the screen. Just going to let you know, Heidi. Just going to let you know.
And, to add to Shirley's question in preparation, I think, each of us, we take seriously what we do. So we definitely want to come and give you guys our best. So we do take into consideration being camera ready, because we never know who's watching. Like Christy Kate mentioned, technology has come a long way, and we don't know who's going to come across our blab link. Like, Christy Kate was calling random boys to the yard when she was talking about those bacon brownies. We had some dude who heard over the cyber waves about breaking. He popped right on in. But overall, we do prep as a show, and we try to consider how to put a twist on the conversations and the topics that we're going to present. We try to come up with catchy topics, because we know that we talk education all day, every day. And so we do rehearse, and we put together script frames, and we, do some research. So there's a lot of behind the scenes things, and Justin has stepped in kind of as our director, and he helps bring people to our show and recruit our guests and make sure that the questions that we're asking are really great. So we do try to give you guys our best and not just try to jump in randomly. So I hope that you all can appreciate the preparation that we do put into this show.
Yes, and just to follow that, first of all, Valerie's husband, Xavier Lewis, the Antidote to RB, who has been on the show, wrote us a theme song. That's how we get started every week. And just because we meet tonight doesn't mean we wait 2 weeks. Probably this weekend kind of thing, we will start framing out the next show and throwing around ideas and topics. I try to do our little blab banner sometime on Monday or Tuesday. Every Thursday, even when we're not on show together, we actually go over any questions about the script, anything you want to talk about in particular. Do we need to rearrange that moment? And then we get right before we go on air with you on Blab, we get in a peer in and give each other some high fives and props and laugh about the day, just to kind of bond together again as women before we go on the show. So that's the background on us. And we are so excited. Look at Amanda. Amanda Rogers.
Hi, Amanda.
The Etsame tea.
All right. So my question to you guys is, what is the craziest thing that you've taken that isn't educational and made it educational?
Ooh, it's a good question, Amanda.
I had to say our daggone recipes.
Your recipes?
Yes.
Oh, you mean on Blab, or do you mean in our classroom kind of setting?
Classroom.
Oh, classroom. Ooh.
I love taking pop culture and tying it to whatever. So I'm working on doing a GT intro to Makerspace. And today I was getting ready for that, and I'm using the Simpsons television show. And they're going to be building and designing some of the same things tied across content, but for the different characters of the Simpsons.
Oh, I like that.
So I just like using pop culture.
That's cool.
Nice.
I'm going to jump out and let Heidi jump in.
Okay.
For me, myself, I always tend to use sports in the classroom to show teamwork, to show organization, to actually show fractions and geometry when it comes to the NFL, and being able to. Is she laughing at me? Practice, people. Practice darlings all the time. So yes. I tend to use sports when it comes to math, because a lot of my students don't see the relevance of math. When am I going to use algebra on a McDonald's application? Well, that's not it. But you will, if you are sitting here and you are trying to be a part of Detroit Pal and play Little League football, and when your coach shows you plays and you have to be in a certain area of the field in order to throw the ball and make sure that the velocity is current with the way you throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Those are things that we take advantage of, and we think it's pure talent, but it's really mathematics. So that's my answer to that, Heidi. I mean, not Heidi, Amanda Bell.
Yeah, and I think there's learning in everything, to tell you the truth. And so I think, Amanda, where education is going today is that we recognize we can no longer separate things out into subjects. And so there's no such thing as it's not related to education, because we can learn from everything. So now social media, technology, I mean, there's a learning lesson in anything. And so I think educators are really getting that now. And so hopefully we're doing a good job of transferring that into our students and hopefully reprogramming them, because we've wired them all wrong. We've wired them to function like Pavlov's dog, from bell to bell. Think only in math for the next 50 minutes.
Right.
Think only in language arts now for the next 50 minutes. Think only for PE. And I think we're kind of getting it, that everything connects. There's a learning in every situation.
Awesome.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for the question. We see your cute little puppy back there. What kind of dog do you have?
Oh, the crazy one back here is a Jack Russell Fox Terrier mix, and then I have a full-bred Fox Terrier. But this guy's a maniac.
He's being very calm right now.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Amanda, and asking us a question.
Come in.
All right. Justin, do we have anybody else about to jump in? We're bringing DCTV430 back.
And nice job, Amanda. I'm going to piggyback on Amanda's thing and what Valerie said as well. My goal is to not let my classroom be the next Blockbuster or Mervyn's that's, flops. So I need to be innovator and keep my customers, which are my students and families, satisfied with what I'm doing.
Being open to change, being able to take that risk and saying, I don't know what's going to happen when I try this, but here we go. I think that's something that all four of us have determined works well in our profession. So,
absolutely.
Dorian, how you feeling? You ready to move us on? Justin says we've got to start wrapping it up.
Okay. Let me get my glasses, my grandma glasses on. We have let our hair down, opened up, and shared a little of ourselves with you tonight. I want to thank you for being such awesome interviewers. You may have your own spinoffs next. Boy, who wrote this script? Was this Justin? Okay. Who the hell? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, he did not.
We will put a little bit of a PRP in for Blabbermouth.
Yeah, Blabbermouth comes on every Monday at 10:30. Is it 10 o'clock? 10:30 every Monday with some wonderful men, and one of them is our director, Justin Slaughter. So, who evidently wrote this closing. Join us in 2 weeks, June 16th, where you can help us pack our bags for a staycation or vacation. Drum roll, please. You will decide where the ladies of DCTV430 will meet for the first time in person together. That's right, you will. And help us pick a location and pack up this season for DCTV430. I want to thank all of you guys who have been watching for almost all 11 episodes. We love you to death. And, we're going to retweet and hopefully find a meeting place for next season. All right. Yes. Dr. Dorian Roberts from Detroit Public Schools. We got Valerie from Atlanta, Georgia. We got Heidi from Las Vegas and Chrissy Kate from Texas. God bless you, and we wish you a happy 2 weeks until we meet again.
Yes, don't forget to vote for Vegas.
Vote for Detroit. It's much more interesting.
Yes. A-Town, shout it.
Thank you.
Thank you.